Greetings, I'm Kathy Green with Christian News and Interviews. And what I'd like to talk to you all about this evening is domestic violence. Um, when I was in college, there was a young lady whose dorm room was right down the hall from mine. Her name was Mona. And that was a fitting name because when I think of Mona, I think of the Mona Lisa. And the Mona Lisa is like a symbol of beauty. And Mona lived down the hallway from me. Absolutely stunning woman. She favored, if you're familiar with Vanessa Williams, Miss America, the first Black Miss America. Well, Mona favored Vanessa Williams, except in my personal opinion, she was even prettier. Absolutely beautiful. Well, she had gotten herself hooked up with an absolute monster of a man who had a reputation for beating women. Every woman he dated, he beat. And finally, when he got tired of just beating her regularly, the straw that broke the camel's back and it caused her to finally get this man out of her life, he dragged her down the hallway by her hair. And some of the young men in the dorm, because it was a co-ed dorm, some of the young men were able to get him off of her. But he literally dragged her down the hallway by her hair. There is a special level of wickedness that goes along with these bullies out here who call themselves men, but who are beating up on women. I remember hearing the story. This is also during my college days. A young man who was known for beating up his girlfriend. He told us once about a situation where his mother had been robbed. And when she told her husband about the robbery, he cursed her out. So there was no compassion. There was no, is there anything I can do for you? Let me give you a hug. None of that. He cursed this woman out. She could have been killed out there. But there is a sickness that goes along with people who beat women or beat on young children, abusive bullies. I'm going to share with you about a story that you've more than likely heard of, and that is Zac Stacy. So check this out. Okay. Zac Stacy's victim, that would be his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, is back in the hospital over injuries suffered in an attack. So, as you all are aware, Zac viciously attacked his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, and mother of his child. And now she's back in the hospital. This man's in trouble. And judging from what I saw with him throwing her into the television, etc., I can see why she's back in the hospital. I'm surprised she ever was released. But Kristen Evans, the woman who was brutally attacked by Zac Stacy, and by the way, I'm not going to post that video here. It is absolutely horrific. So that's something you can look up on your own. If you've seen it once, it's not something you want to see twice. But anyway, I digress. Kristen Evans, the woman who was brutally attacked by Zac Stacy, is back in the hospital dealing with injuries she suffered in the violent incident, TMZ Sports has learned. Sources tell us Evans, who initially received medical care in the hours following the attack, returned to the hospital Friday morning after she was still experiencing the lingering effects of Stacy's rage. And if you press on this, you'll see the attack. I'm not going to press on it, but feel free to Google it or go to TMZ. We're told that Evans has been throwing up the past few days and is also suffering from back, rib, and torso pain. Again, I'm surprised that they ever released her She took a terrible whipping from this man. As we previously reported, Evans was checked out Saturday after Stacy punched her, threw her into a television, and then body slammed her. Whew. Initially, she believed she had somehow avoided serious injury, though there's now obvious concern that that's changed. And that makes sense because anyone who exercises, the first day you're feeling great. It's not until the next day that you wake up and you realize your back is hurting. Those who are new to exercise, because you're stretching out muscles and that you're not accustomed to using. So I can understand why it wasn't until the next day that she realized that there was something seriously wrong. Stacy, meanwhile, was arrested on Thursday night over the incident and is still behind bars, thank goodness, while facing felony charges of aggravated battery and criminal mischief. The former NFL running back is facing over 15 years in prison if convicted on both counts. I'm going to give out the address or the phone number rather, of the hotline for domestic abuse. And that number is 1-800-799-SAFE, S-A-F-E, 7233. If you are hard of hearing or deaf, the number is TTY 1-800-787-3224. Okay? So do not suffer in silence. Do not let a monster like this cause you harm. I'm going to end this stream now. I think I've made my point. Do not suffer in silence. Do not succumb to a bully. And for goodness sakes, don't return to an abuser. I don't care how much they cry. I don't care how much they beg. I don't care how much they threaten. If they've abused you once, they're going to abuse you twice. And that twice is going to become a third time. And before you know it, you will be a victim of abuse, which will escalate. Some of these abusers are so cruel that they keep the people prisoner. You'll find yourself an emotional as well as physical prisoner of these people. You'll find yourself with broken bones and so on and so forth. It doesn't matter that they're telling you that it won't happen again. It will happen again and again and again and again. This was not his first time attacking this woman. He had attacked her before. So, and if she goes back to him, he's going to attack her again. That's a promise. They can't stop. They're like child molesters. They cannot stop. Okay? All right. That's it for this evening. Have a good evening.